Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. This is going to be another one of my Flashback Favorites videos. I don't tend to do monthly favorites. I do current favorites and end of the year favorites. My current favorites are typically over the course of like 2 to 6 months. It really just depends on when I find newer products that I like. And then I always do end of the year favorites. So I have 2 favorites videos that I am going to be talking about in this video. In these videos, I go back to past favorites videos and I let you know whether or not I used the product up, decluttered, or returned or still have them, and I'm going through 2 favorites videos today. I feel like I'm so rusty with filming. I've only been filming like 1 video a week and I feel like I just need to do it more because I feel rusty. But the 2 favorites videos I'm going to go back to are my current makeup favorites from winter 2019 and my current makeup favorites from June 2019. So first I'll do the winter 2019. I used up the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Primer. I really miss that primer, but I'm not currently purchasing it from Wet n Wild because they made the decision to sell in China, which means they're not cruelty free. So unfortunately, I can't use that one anymore. The e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist, the Fenty Gloss Bomb and Fussy, the Too Faced Le Creme Mini Lipstick in Nude Beach, the Catrice Glam & Doll Volume Waterproof Mascara, and the Anastasia Sultry Palette. And then I decluttered the Ofra Spiced Velvet Highlighter Palette. I ended up giving that to Lisa, and I'm pretty sure she still has it, but other than that, those are the products that I used up. I do still have a few products from that favorites video. One of them is the Becca bronzer in Capri Coast. This is their Sunlit bronzer, and this is what mine looks like. It's quite messy right now because I did end up repressing it and I did hit some major pan on it, but I felt like I wasn't going through the product and it is getting a bit older, so I decided to repress it, and that's pretty much how much I have left. I have a little bit of pan right here. I really enjoy this bronzer. I do still wear it pretty frequently. It is more of a red toned bronzer and it still looks nice on my skin. I like that it has a satin finish to it and it's really buildable. Here is a swatch of it. So on my hand, you can tell it is a little bit more reddish, but I typically have redness on my cheeks anyway, so it does kind of blend nicely and it works with my skin. Still really enjoy this bronzer. The other product that I still have that I mentioned in that current favorites video is my Cosmetics Zodiac palette. This has gotten a ton of use in my collection over the last couple years that I've had it. I think I've had it for 2 years now. Here's what my palette looks like. And I will provide some swatches as well, but this is a half neutral, half colorful palette. The baked shadows are shimmers, and then there's also some mattes in the center, and also this highlighter. And I actually do like the highlighter. I know a lot of people don't like this highlighter, but I like to use it with more gold and green toned looks or like olive tones. I think it is really pretty for those type of looks, but it is a little bit thicker in formula and it can be a little bit glittery, so I understand why people don't love the highlighter. Here are a few swatches from the palette. This is the bronzer, so you can disregard that. I swatched 2 of the shimmers. As you can see, they're very pigmented and smooth. And then these are 2 of the mattes, and I think the quality on these shadows is so nice. The mattes are like probably the best mattes that I have in my collection. They're super soft and blendable, but they're still pigmented. Sometimes when you have pigmented mattes, they can be really hard to blend out, and I find that these blend super well. They're very soft shadows. And the shimmers are really nice as well. I've noticed with the age of this palette, the shimmers kind of wear off a little bit throughout the day, but it could be the bases that I'm using with it. But this palette is a bit older, so I personally think the shimmers just aren't wearing as well as they used to, but I still love this palette and I will continue to use it. The last product that I still have from that winter 2019 current favorites video is my Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Lipstick, and this is in the shade Sugar Cookie. I got this in a set, and this is the only one I actually still have from the set. I did swatch it out right here, so it is this swatch. Sorry to flip you off a little bit. And it is compared to this lipstick right here. I really like the formula of the Too Faced liquid lipsticks. I find that they're very comfortable. They're more of a thin formula, so I think they're more comfortable to wear on the lips. They wear really nicely. This color looks really pretty. And that was actually not the last product from that current favorites video that I still have. I still have my Fenty Gloss Bomb and Fussy. I've actually used that up and then I repurchased it, so this is my second one. It's actually in my car right now because I used it yesterday. It is such a pretty shimmery pink lip gloss. I love the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb formula, and I would love to purchase more colors, but I have so many lip products right now and glosses that I just want to finish them before I ended up buying more. Moving on to my current makeup favorites from June 2019, I used up the Found Beauty Firming Kudzu Night Cream, one of my favorite moisturizers, the Andalou Naturals Meyer Lemon and Sea Creamy Cleanser, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundations. I had 2 shades and I think it was L0 and L1. The Kokie Be Bright Concealer, the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed in Champagne Pop, the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black, the NYX Glitter Goals Quad, the Too Faced Nude Beach Mini Lipstick, as I mentioned in the first current favorites video that I talked about. And then I decluttered the Milani Baked Blush in Luminosa, which I do kind of regret because that was a really beautiful peachy pink shimmery blush, but I could always repurchase it in the future because it is like an $8 blush, so to me I find that pretty affordable. From this current favorites video, there's actually quite a bit of products that I still have. I might have repurchased them as I use them up, but the first one that I have is actually a repurchase. It is in my shower right now and I don't feel like getting it out because it is probably wet. And that is the Andalou Naturals Meyer Lemon plus Sea Creamy Cleanser. This is one of my favorite cleansers. I try to pick it up whenever I see it at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I haven't seen it lately, so I haven't picked it up. I also have quite a backstock of skincare because my friend Love Heatherette sent me some in a previous haul, which I'll link up in the cards right here. So I really don't need to purchase it anytime soon, but it's a very moisturizing cleanser. It smells like lemons and oranges and citrus. It smells really, really good. I think it does really nice things for my skin, so that's something I would definitely recommend and repurchase. Next, I have the Laura Geller Baked Blush in Brighten in the shade Honeysuckle. I'm actually wearing this on my cheeks today. It is such a nice blush, and this is what mine currently looks like. It is like a beautiful bronzy, rosy toned blush, and it is baked, so it does have a slight sheen to it. It is so pretty. I think it looks amazing on the cheeks, and it's very buildable. The swatch I have in this video, I did build it up twice, so I went in twice to apply it and kind of blend it out on my hand. And I think it is such a nice blush. It goes with so many different looks. I've worn it even with cool toned looks, but I typically do pair it with more warm toned ones. I've also paired it with colorful looks, and it's just such a great blush. I would like to try to pan this in 2021 because this is probably 3 or 4 years old now, and I would like to use it up. It hasn't gone bad or anything yet, so I haven't really had a reason to kind of toss it or even declutter it just because it is so pretty, but hopefully I can pan it in 2021. The next product I have is my NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I actually just decluttered one that irritated my eyes, and I don't know why that one specifically irritated my eyes because I did repurchase a newer one, and this one's perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues with it. I'm actually wearing it today as my winged liner. It looks like this, and it's a very precise liquid liner. I find that I like a brush tip more than a felt tip. I also typically prefer this style of liquid liner as opposed to a pen style. I think I could just have more control this way. This is honestly a horrible swatch because it's super messy, but it is very black and does last all day. I've been using this liquid liner for years, and it is still my favorite. For most of this year, I was wearing the Essence liquid liner, but I just find this one is a little bit more black, and I just find that I like the tip a little bit better, but the Essence one is pretty comparable. I think it's the Precise liquid liner. I just find this one to be a little bit better. Next product I still have is my Colourpop lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign. This is a collab with Kathleen Lights, and I don't know if they're still selling this because Colourpop tends to discontinue products a lot. I love the stars on the lipstick bullet. I think that's super cute. This is a really beautiful warm toned nude. This actually was in one of my previous declutters, but I ended up keeping it because I do still really like it. I'm just trying to limit my lip products. I did swatch it out, and it is gorgeous. It's slightly darker than the lip color that I'm wearing today. I have a mix of different lip colors right now on, but it looks really pretty on the lip. I do really like the Colourpop lipstick formula, but I wouldn't buy any of them anytime soon just because with wearing masks, you really don't see the lipstick, of course, because it's covered. And I just really want to limit my lip products right now because I'm wearing masks so often, and I just think it's kind of pointless for me to buy lip products right now. Next, I still have my Profusion Metallics palette. This thing is so beat up now, it doesn't even close because I dropped it the one day and this broke off. And I've panned the majority of it because this was just in my Pan That Palette 2020. I did just post the Pan That Palette 2020 finale, and as you can see, I did not finish the palette. I wasn't really planning to, I just wanted to make some good progress on it. but I have made quite a bit of progress on this palette. I've panned a lot of it, like used up the shades, but I also have pans on everything except for this blue shade right here. I do love the quality of the Profusion Metallics palette. I just want to take a little bit of a break for a little while just because I have been panning it for so long. I still love it. I love the variety of colors it has, and just the quality is nice on the majority of the shadows. Some are duds, some you have to work with a little bit more than others, but this is like a $14 palette. It's really affordable for the amount of shades that you get. There are 24 different shades in this palette. Of course, when you get a full one, mine definitely does not have 24 shades in here. If you want to dip your toe into color, but you don't want to buy like a bunch of colorful mattes, I find that shimmers are a great way to kind of dip your toes into color because you can pair it with a neutral crease, and I think this is the perfect palette for that because you're really not forking out a ton of money and you get a bunch of different shades, including neutrals. The last product for this current favorites June 2019 video and for this flashback favorites is my NYX Glitter Goals quad in the shade Galactica. So I actually ended up panning the majority of this palette except for this black shade right here. I hit pan on it, but I didn't end up finishing it, and then I finished the other more neutral shades. This is such a beautiful pressed glitter formula. It's more of a cream glitter, so it can be a little bit chunky if you apply too much. But these are such nice glitters. I feel like the camera's washing me out quite a bit right now, but I am wearing the more gold glitter today. They are so pretty. As you can see, these are super pigmented and pretty much full coverage. The black is a little bit thinner compared to the other three, but it still looks really pretty. I have not tried it all over my lid yet, but I have used this as a black glitter liner, and it's very pretty that way. So that is my flashback favorites video covering my current makeup favorites from winter 2019 and also my current makeup favorites from June 2019. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised to see that I still have a lot of these products, and a lot of them were repurchases, which shows I still really enjoy the products, and I tend to keep the same favorites for a pretty long time just because I don't buy makeup too often. I do get some friend mail here and there from my friends when we do declutter items and send them to each other, and of course sanitize them, but I do typically tend to have the same favorites, which is pretty interesting to see, and that's why I like to go back to these videos. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I also have a horse channel if you want to check it out. It is called C&K Equestrian. I'll have it linked down below. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye.